Welcome to the second annual ChorderCon. It all started right here, folks. The CharaChorder One. We shipped the first ever CC1 in 2020, and since then, people all over the world have grown to love the experience of typing at the speed of thought and the experience of having every possible keyboard input right at your fingertips. We've recently made the decision to cease production of the CharaChorder One, so we thought we'd kick off ChorderCon with a quick video to help us remember all the good times with CC1.
What's really cool about it is that in addition to typing letter by letter, I can also type word by word. And the way that I just did that is I hit all the letters at the exact same time.
How do you get from this to this?
As someone without any formal training in electrical engineering, it was a challenge to get started building CharaChorder.
So much for the comment. I'm going to type all that stuff for you today and explain to you how I did it.
Yes, CharaChorder enables text entry faster than physically possible on an ordinary keyboard. This is due to its chording capability.
CharaChorder is a portmanteau of character and chord.
1, 2, 3.
This is Titanfall 2. This person asked, can you play Call of Duty with the CharaChorder? And the answer is absolutely yes. CharaChorder kicks ass for gaming. This video is from Noah Sins. He's created the first. It's a pretty fun game, and I found that it is much preferable to a keyboard. But turn off the course, Ness can recover by beaming himself with the
I always use CharaChorder for CAD, and having access to every possible command or input at your fingertips totally changes the experience of 3D modeling. Is this a Stephen Hawking keyboard? And the answer is kind of.
Enable, speech, synthesizer, which and function at the same rate, faster than average speed of human speech.
Thank you, CC1, for your many years of service. Our community has grown to love this device so much, and over the years, we've been listening. We've been listening on our Discord server, on our social channels, in our customer support emails. We have a very clear understanding now, not only of what you loved about CharaChorder One, but also everything that you wish was even better. That's why today, I'm really excited to share that the legacy of CC1 will live on twice as strong. Here to share what's next is Derek Elliott, our creative director.
Thanks, Riley. Hello, everyone. I'm Derek, and I have the extraordinarily distinct pleasure, an honor, you might say, to present the follow-up to our flagship device, and that is the CharaChorder Two. So let's take a quick look at the CharaChorder Two now. Let's dive in a little deeper to the other features of the CharaChorder 2 now. So first up, the CharaChorder 2 is much more ergonomic. And one of the things I'm personally most excited about, and hope you have the chance to experience, is the new keycaps. So the new keycap design is a two-part design featuring a sturdy, removable stem, as well as a rubberized outer ring to keep your fingers in place, not slipping around. And beyond that, to support that high-speed movement that those caps enable, the CharaChorder 2 stems require much less force, almost half the force of the previous switches on the CharaChorder One.
The CC2 is more moddable. It was so important for us on this version to make sure that the device is user serviceable for everyone who wishes to do so, and that anyone, even those with limited technical experience, would be able to take apart the device and disassemble it without risking any damage. In addition to the split functionality, there's also an included quarter 20 threaded embed in both halves of the devices, and that is going to unlock so much ergonomic potential because of the existing mounting hardware that's already compatible with that design.
The CharaChorder 2 is also more durable. So most notably are the switches, which have seen a tremendous upgrade. The lifespan on the switches in the CharaChorder 2 are about 5 times that of the CharaChorder 1. And to support that increased lifespan, we've got a dust repellent membrane to keep your electronics inside the device healthy, safe, ready for seasons of continued use.
The CC2 has more speed. We didn't just upgrade everything on the outside of the device. Everything inside CharaChorder 2 is also updated. And the CC2 is equipped with a silver engine core. Most of you probably already know that CharaChorder devices allow you to type faster than physically possible on any other keyboard. But now, with the CC2 and the silver engine core, you have capacity for over 60,000 programmable cores, and we've upgraded from a single core processor to a 240 megahertz dual core processor.
The CharaChorder 2 is also more stealth. It is one of the quietest keyboards we know and perfect for situations where silence is paramount. And the stealthiness isn't just about the sound, but also the finish. The CharaChorder 2 has a stealth matte finish, which is going to be looking great, and not just out of the box, but again, throughout that entire increased lifespan you will see with the CharaChorder 2.
And last, but certainly not least, CC2 is more affordable. Despite all the upgrades that we just showed you, despite every single part of CC2 being superior to CC1, we've been able to cut the price all the way down to $250, the lowest price ever. That is not a launch price. That is not an early bird discount. That is our target fixed price for CC2 for the foreseeable future. With scale, in manufacturing comes efficiency, and so we really owe it to all of you for giving us the volume that we need to be able to support that lower price. Thank you.
Excellent work, Riley and team, being able to achieve that $250 price point, which I think will make the CharaChorder 2 much more accessible. And accessibility isn't just about the price, but it's also about transparency, which is why we're excited to announce that CharaChorder 2 has a new Open CAD repository that's available today on GitHub. We know that our community is full of talented creators and designers, so we're really excited to see what the community does with that repository to build their own devices, peripherals, and build upon our own designs. Now, beyond that, I'm also excited to announce that the CharaChorder 2 Build Kit, that's something that's going to be coming soon for people to be able to create their own CharaChorder 2 device. So we'll provide the preloaded electronics and wiring. I think it's going to be a really fun experience for people to build their own CharaChorder 2 and have something that they are proud of building themselves. So we'll also have some documentation, tutorials, things to help people along, whether you're a beginner or someone more experienced, and we'll have some more details on that in the coming days.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Derek. A lot of you probably already know this, but Derek is a well-established YouTuber and CAD influencer, and he's well known for his tutorials, which are very easy even for beginners to follow. So I know that our kit builders are going to be in good hands with Derek. Affordability, accessibility, these are so important when we think about our mission to get the whole world typing at the speed of thought. But there's so much more that we need to consider. And that's why today we're going to be sharing something that is new, something that is bold, and something which might just be our most anticipated product ever. And for that, I'm going to call to the stage Nicholas Dunn, our Chief Production Officer, and Alejandro Salas, Project Specialist.
Today, we're excited to present the first in an entirely new input device ecosystem. That's right, the Masterforge is finally here.
Oh, yeah, I'm on my way, I'm coming. Don't lose faith in me. I know you've been waiting. I know you've been praying for my soul. Oh, oh. 30 years you've been dragging your feet, telling me I'm the reason we're stagnant. 30 years you've been claiming you're honest and promising progress. Well, where is it at? I don't want you to feel like a failure. I know this hurts, but I gave you your chance to deliver. Now it's my turn. Don't get me wrong. Nature had a great run, but it's time to give the people something different. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce my album. Hope. What's my definition of success? Listening to what your heart says. Standing up for what you know is right while everybody else is. Tucking their toe between their legs. What's my definition of success? Creating something no one else can. Being brave enough to dream big. Grinding when you're told to just quit. Giving more when you got nothing left. It's a person that'll take a chance on something they were told could never happen. It's a person that can see the bright side through the dark times when there ain't one. It's when someone who ain't never had nothing ain't afraid to walk away from more perfect cause they rather do something that they really love and take the pay cut. It's a person that would never waver or change who they are just to try and gain some credibility so they can feel accepted by a stranger. It's a person that can take the failures in their life and turn them into motivation. It's believing in yourself when no one else does. It's amazing what a little bit of faith can do. If you don't even believe in you, why would you think or expect anybody else that's around you to?
Thank you so much to everyone who has funded this Kickstarter campaign. It is our most funded Kickstarter campaign to date. We are so grateful to everyone who has contributed. The result is something that's truly beautiful and unique. Let's take a look at it. You have brought the Masterforge to life, and we are so excited to see you create your ambitious dreams with it.
To ensure the highest possible quality standards, we assemble every single Masterforge here in the heart of Texas. Many of you have watched us expand our production capabilities in the last year, as well as refine our designs. And you've also given us a lot of very helpful feedback, so for that, we're very thankful. Our priority now is to get these devices to you quickly and responsibly. That's why today, we are unveiling the first ever Masterforge devices here at ChorderCon. After the show, attendees can get hands-on experience with the Master Forge, and we will be working with select community members to make sure that everything is at the quality that you expect from the CharaChorder brand.
You may have also seen us start the production on some of our other Forge keyboard devices, and we are so excited to put those on the assembly line as soon as we have all of the Master Forge devices fulfilled. Thank you so much to everyone for your continued support, kindness, and patience. We appreciate all of you so much.
All right. Thank you, Nick and Alejandra. This has got to be the most exciting ChorderCon ever, with so many new devices here and right on the horizon. But ChorderCon is not just about cool hardware. It's also about the software that powers all of that hardware. And that's why I'm going to ask Alan Caratala, our Director of Community, and Raymond Lee, our Director of Open Source, to take the stage.
Hey, Alan, with so many CharaChorder devices, how do we make sure we keep all their firmware up to date?
That's a great question, Raymond. And the secret is that all of these devices are powered by a single intelligent operating system called CharaChorder Operating System, or CCOS for short. CCOS lives within the CharaChorder engine, which is inside each of these devices.
Cool. Can anyone build with CharaChorder engine?
Yes, and we actually invite the community to build devices with the CharaChorder engine and to even sell these devices. To get started, you can find the documentation on the Open Serial API for CCOS at docs.characorder.com.
Cool. I can't wait to see what you all will build with this.
Now, a year ago, we unveiled the CharaChorder Device Manager. This was the central place to deal with all of your chords, your layouts, and also your CCOS device settings. Today, we're incredibly excited to announce CharaChorder I/O.
Wow, that's exciting. But what can I do on CharaChorder I/O?
On top of everything that the Device Manager could already do and can already do, CharaChorder I/O will allow you to download CCOS updates directly to your device over the air with the simple click of a button.
Man, that's awesome. I can't believe that I don't have to deal with UF2 files anymore.
That's right. UF2 files are a thing of the past for all of our S2 and S3 devices. Additionally, CharaChorder I/O will be home to CharaChorder Chat, the best place on the web for chatting with other CharaChorder users.
Huh. Wait, I thought that platform was our CharaChorder Discord server.
True, but CharaChorder Chat is now bridged with the CharaChorder Discord server so that users can interact and chat directly with each other seamlessly on either platform.
Okay. But if it's all pretty much the same experience, I'm pretty sure I'll just stick with Discord.
Oh, but I haven't even told you about text entanglement.
Ooh, what's that?
On CharaChorder Chat, you'll not only be able to see what people type, but you'll also be able to see how they typed it. And now with the ability to go back and replay to see how each individual message was typed, you'll also be able to see what chords other users are using and even synchronize them with your own chord libraries.
Wow, that is straight out of the future.
But the future is now, Raymond. We also plan to implement PvP challenges, a gamified training experience to replace IQ, EQ, and shiny chords, all directly into CharaChorder I/O. We are excited to announce that as of today, the text entanglement feature is live in open beta at CharaChorder I/O, and we want to invite everyone who is present here in person and everyone who is watching over Discord to hop onto the conversation at CharaChorder.io.
Now, I want to talk about something very exciting. But first, let's start with a recap of the history of our devices. Alan, our very first device was?
The CharaChorder One.
The first in a line of radically different input devices that have led to the CharaChorder Two and the Master Forge. But we want it to be more accessible to everyone, and that's why we developed
the CharaChorder Lite, a keyboard that practically anyone could type on straight out of the box.
The CharaChorder Lite. That wasn't enough for us. We went even a step further to create
the CharaChorder X, a device that would allow you to convert any old keyboard into a chording keyboard. But, I mean, that's it. Where else could we go in order to bring typing at the speed of thought to as many people as possible?
Ladies and gentlemen, today I'm incredibly excited to announce that it's been more than a year in the making, but we will soon be releasing CharaChorder Zero.
CharaChorder Zero?
CharaChorder Zero is a software-based emulated CharaChorder experience that anyone can use, even without a physical CharaChorder device. CC0 won't be the full hardware experience, but it will be authentic all the same, running CCOS under the hood.
Wow, that's amazing, but will it work on any computer?
CharaChorder Zero is cross-platform, running on Windows, macOS, and Linux. That means that you'll be able to use all your favorite chords on any computer.
That's really cool. So that means I can use all my chords on my laptop's inbuilt keyboard.
That's right, as long as your laptop's keyboard supports N-key rollover. With this latest breakthrough, we're excited to bring chording to as many people as possible. Stay tuned for updates.
That's amazing, Raymond. Now, remind me, you're director of open source, right?
That's right, but I'm not the only one at CharaChorder that's passionate about open source. So much of what we do at CharaChorder is open source, and we're very proud of our community members like GetPsyched and Slendy that have put their time and effort into contributing to our open source projects.
It's truly humbling to see how our community has come together and pitched in on this.
Yep, and we welcome everyone to contribute to our open source projects. Why? Because that's a great way to join us in our mission to get the world typing at the speed of thought.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. At this time, I'd like to call all CC reps to the stage. Nice job. On behalf of the CharaChorder team, I want to thank all of you for attending the second annual ChorderCon. I know last year we had a super awesome surprise reveal at the end, but obviously we can't keep that up every year, guys. So we're just going to go ahead and end ChorderCon. We'll have to see you next year. My favorite thing about CharaChorder, if I had to pick just one thing, hands down, it's gotta be the CharaChorder community. We want to do so much more than just create a new standard in human-computer interaction. We want to create new standards in the way that businesses operate. We are believers in radical transparency, and we want our community members to be able to participate in our company culture to whatever degree they want to. One of the most common questions that we ever get is, how can I invest in CharaChorder? And up until now, the answer to that question has always been, that's impossible. Sorry, but you can't. Well, today, we're making preparations to change that. And I'm excited to share that we're making the biggest step that we've ever done in the form of an incorporation, as well as our first ever public offering. Historically, public offerings have been out of reach for small businesses like us, but with new Reg CF legislation, it is now possible for anyone, not just accredited investors, to be able to make micro investments in small businesses like ours, so we can create a framework to share the successes that you have helped us to create. So when we accomplish our mission of getting the whole world to type at the speed of thought, you won't just be able to say that you supported us from the beginning. You'll be able to say proudly that you are an owner at CharaChorder. If you're interested in being one of the first CharaChorder investors, you can register to be considered at www.characorder.com/pages/investor-relations. We still have a lot of work to do to get the whole world typing at the speed of thought. There are billions of keyboards out there in the world, but there's no reason why all of them should not be powered by CharaChorder. So the last thing I'll leave you with is this. This is week 45, CharaChorder updates every week until the whole world can type at the speed of thought. Thank you all for coming to ChorderCon.